Mic's on. Mics look good. We're good. All right. I think we're live now. So hey everybody, it's Erin Reed from Erin Reed Makes, and we are live at Creativation 2025. It is day one of the show, and we have about an hour to walk around and check out all the cool things that are happening here on the showroom floor. So we are starting with Artesprix. Now, Artesprix is an amazing company, and I have a brand new release coming out with Artesprix, and it is being launching here at the show. So we're gonna come in here and get some closer sneak peeks. So, whoops, sorry. For the past 2 hours, I've been back here demoing and doing exactly what Ivy and Ken and Sean are doing, which is demoing all the new coloring books. Yes, there are coloring books with Artesprix this year.
Oh, yeah,
so we're gonna come in.
That would be a bad day.
Where they all go?
Oh, sorry. We switched projects.
No, it's fine. We're getting there. She put them away.
On our next project.
That's fine. That's cool. So they're changing it up as the day goes along. All right, so this is one of the pages from my coloring book. So this is actually a sublimation print, and the black does transfer over. So we are coming over here and everybody is coloring it in, and they just look absolutely amazing. So the black is coming in. You can come in with your markers, you can come in with paint, with watercolor, all with the sublimation. And then we are heat setting it onto keychains, and they look so super cute. So there it is over there. They're coming in. Ivy's coming in over here, and she's doing a stamp, and they're doing a different project. They're changing it from one day to another. Look at those super cute stamps. I love it. Oh, you can get in there. And so for those that don't know what Artesprix is, it is a sublimation company. You can take their markers, you can take their paint, you can take their inks. They are all over here. Here is all the amazing inks and paints, and there's a new bottle, a 2-ounce bottle of ink. This is so fun. You can watercolor with this, you can paint with this. These are re-inkers for the ink pads, and they come in all the amazing colors, and you can mix the colors. And keep in mind, this is sublimation ink, so this is made for sublimation. And then you can put it on all the really cool sublimation blanks. They have to have a poly coating. You heat set it, and once it's there, it is there for forever. It is so amazing. And I am, thank you. So that is one of the brand new things that's coming out with Artesprix this year, is that coloring book and my new coloring pages with that. So excited. So I got to demo with that this morning. We were taking, and I am just one of a few of the coloring books, but we're going to be showing the full coloring book. It is in the new product showcase, and I'm going to be having probably some stuff on my channel, and it's part of also my retreat that I'm hosting this year. All right, I'm going to hand this back over, and let's go walk around and see who we see. All right, I'm going to hand this back to you.
Okay.
Bye.
Have fun.
All right, there's Artesprix. Now, Artesprix works as wonderful as the markers and everything is. You have to have the heat source for everything to transfer over. So right next door, we have Craft Express. Let's go say hi to them. Hello. Here, we're going to come in here. We're live, baby. We're live. How's the hair? The hair's great.
Excellent.
Yeah, I need to fix it real fast. Fluff it a little bit.
Some people are asking, what is sublimation?
Do you want us to take that?
What is sublimation? Well, sublimation is a very, very complicated thing, but we don't have to worry about it because we don't care how you pronounce it, it's how you do it, right? Sublimation is really easy. You print off a sublimation printer.
Or with inks or markers or paint.
Or markers, yes. You can use sublimation markers, sublimation paint. You can use a printer, a special sublimation printer, and we're not worried about how special it is, right? But you're taking some digital artwork, a photograph, or some vector art, you're printing it, you put it on a heat press, just like the one
So over here, she's taping down. Can we get into here so we can see real fast?
So we print, let's just say we're printing this transfer. It's on a special paper. Abby here is taping down the substrate or the blank product, a keychain. And then she's going to put it into a heat press for a minute. 1 minute. That's it. And in a minute, what's happening is that ink is turning into a gas. This is where sublimation comes in. This is a chemistry lesson, everyone. It turns into a gas, and it
Let's get that so you can see what's going on, and then you can keep talking.
Yep. And the ink actually has to go into that blank product, right? It can't go anywhere else. And then once that minute's over and that heat press releases, everything is encapsulated into the material, period. So when you touch it, just like a t-shirt, when you go to Target or go to a retail store, you can feel the ink, right? With sublimation, you can't feel it. It's in there. And that means you can't wash it off. And it doesn't disappear. It remains vibrant throughout the whole process. The other piece is, when you see the keychain come off, this product's pretty muted. So when it comes off the printer, you'll see that the colors aren't very vibrant. They're pretty cold. And you're like, oh my God, this is going to look terrible. But in that heat press, the colors are just activating. Literally, they're popping. And we're going to put this right next to the finished keychain, and you're going to be able to see how cool sublimation really is.
So can you use any keychain to do sublimation on?
Wow, and you know the answer to this question, and that's why you're asking me this question, and the answer is no. So pretty much everything that you sublimate has to have a polymer coating to it, a polyester, a polyurethane coating to it. And the reason is, and we'll go back to another chemistry lesson.
Back in
right?
school.
Polyester, at a certain temperature, the molecules open up, literally. And because that ink has turned into a gas and it's under pressure, it has nowhere to go but inside that molecule. But when the heat press opens back up, it gets cold quickly and closes, like a Venus flytrap.
So it just beeped over there. What was that telling us?
It's telling us it's done. It's cooked.
It's like a timer.
Yeah.
Ding.
Let's come on around. Let's take a look.
Yeah.
Does the machine have to be that big?
No.
No, not at all. So you can have smaller heat presses.
We just have a nice big one because there's different projects that they're doing throughout the time.
I don't know why I was walking around holding this like this. Oh, go ahead.
Because you're proud of it.
Come on.
All right, so here's where the magic is. Rhonda, you gotta get in here because they can hear us. Can you wait 2 seconds so we can get that big reveal?
Remember,
All right.
this is how it started, right?
Yeah, here we go.
This is the wow. This is the wow. Anytime now, Abby.
It's ready.
Are you ready? Comes out nice and toasty.
Yeah, it's very, very hot. She's got some
Yeah.
nice heat-proof hands right now.
Abby has Teflon fingers.
and
This is great.
no more fingerprints. I'm done with
She's taking the tape off.
Look at that.
it. Yeah.
So look at the difference, right? This is where it looked like before it went in.
Now, what did the
Does it
blank
came
look
out?
like before we put the image on? How
Can
did
you
it
throw it-
start?
The blank?
Good question.
So you have your clear side, and then
Yeah.
that was the clear side, and
Yeah.
the back has this milky kind of tone.
Yeah. So the coating is right here on the back, and then because this is acrylic that we're going into, it has the coating on the back, right? And you don't mirror the image when you're printing. If you're going onto a coffee mug, you're going on top of the surface that you're going into. So you mirror the image. However, the process is exactly the same.
So you have to look at the blank to determine.
That's
because
right.
this one we're putting on the back and we're looking through the blank.
That's right.
Versus putting on the front, and we'd have to reverse it if you're putting on the front of the blank.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I will tell you, the word sublimation is really complicated, but the process is extremely simple.
And it is so easy. I've
Yeah.
done things where like you can do earrings, you can do mugs, and if you want to get into the art side of it and play with it. But the key thing is you have to have a good quality heat press.
Yes.
Or heat tumbler press or oven for all of this to work. And scissors.
And I describe this as cooking. If you have the right ingredients, you end up with some amazing food. If you start cutting corners, let me get a cheaper paper, or let me get a cheaper blank, your products are going to be wasted because you won't get as vibrant of a finish. You may get some things that don't sublimate at all correctly, and you're throwing it away. You've not only wasted your time and effort, you've wasted money, and you know what? It's demoralizing.
You
Right?
gotta have a good material. You gotta have a good oven.
have the right products, and get the right ingredients, and you'll have a great finished product.
So do we have a smaller machine that we can take a look at, some of the other machines?
Absolutely.
All right,
Let's walk
let's
around.
look.
You're going to walk around this way.
And there's even like some little baby ones that are super friendly for storage, because
Absolutely.
that would be a hard thing for me to try to store.
Absolutely. So we have a small hand press. So a lot of our crafters have small rooms. They do tiny, tiny projects like earrings. You mentioned earrings a few minutes ago. You don't need so much pressure. It's a hand press. You just hand pressure it. It's not an iron, even though I do use it occasionally to get out the creases on my
Well,
shirts.
but here's the other thing. If you are doing a shirt, I do a quick kind of iron with the heat press
Yes.
before I would sublimate it,
Yeah.
just to make sure it doesn't have wrinkles and
Exactly.
stuff on it.
Well,
Yeah.
that does two things, right? First of all, it removes the wrinkles. Number two, it will remove any unnecessary moisture that's in the material, right? A lot of us live in humid climates, right? Where we have a lot of moisture that's built up in our textiles or even in wood products. Slight press for like 5-10 seconds removes that moisture, and it's ready for sublimation. Okay. This, we haven't launched this yet. It's coming soon, but this is an automatic tumbler press.
Ooh, you don't have to do that.
You don't have to do the
Oh my
clunk,
gosh.
and you don't have to adjust the pressure knobs. You just put the tumbler in, push the button, and it closes on its own.
So
and
kind of
then
like your mug
releases.
press, same concept.
Same concept as
but
a mug
with
press.
a tumbler now.
Yeah.
And so you can see some
So-
of the objects down, like the different size tumblers down here.
Exactly. And you know, we did an event a few days ago called Product Palooza. We had 2 of these going,
Video coming with that.
and this is amazing because even I was shocked. And we had 2 of these going. We produced silver glitter tumblers that look just like this. We had customization on there, and we produced in 2 hours 125 tumblers.
It was insane.
It was nuts.
They were just
And
one after the
The
other.
event closed at 8, and we had people around our table up until 8:30.
That was me.
Right? It created almost this viral opportunity.
Yeah,
Right?
it was cool.
And you know, I've been doing this 15 years, and I'm always amazed when I take the paper off of sublimation. Always, it never surprises me. Right? And to be there with all of these people just waiting, and people did wait. They waited
Yeah.
10, 15 minutes
Well,
to
he
get their
also
tumbler.
personalized it and put everybody's name.
Yes.
Except for
Yeah, well, you know, everyone
he
knows
forgot my name.
you. Who are you again? So,
He had them all pre-printed out. Yeah. So anyway, I'm teasing. It's
Yeah.
funny, but no, it was really sweet because he had all the tumblers. They had his beautiful design, and he had everybody's name on there, which was amazing.
it was amazing. And the great thing is, we did 125 of these. If we do the math, and we do this in real life, and we sell each of these tumblers or bottles that we make on here for $25, $20 in 2 hours, can you imagine how much money you make?
And the machine held up great because it was going one
Yeah,
after
it
the
was
other,
going one
after
after
the
the
other.
other.
And it didn't have any problems. It didn't like go, nope, I don't want to work right now. Like it was
Now,
going.
I will tell you, out of those 125, we messed up 4.
That's not bad.
Partly because we, humans, messed up 4.
Yeah.
Right? I'm glad to say that I messed up 1, Abby messed up 1, and Megan messed up 2.
Aw, where's Megan?
She's in another booth,
Oh.
which is cool. All right, let's move on. Oven. So now, 125 tumblers, right?
That's a
Want to
lot.
do them a little bit faster, but more efficiently? This is a 12-liter oven. You can put 3 tumblers in here at a time.
Oh, nice.
You can put 4 coffee mugs in here at a time.
Now, can you just put the raw with the paper on it, or do you have to put something around that for pressure?
Once again, she's coaching me to include another product. So there is a shrink wrap film, right? So sublimation requires time, temperature, and pressure, right? This certainly has the time. It's an oven. It creates temperature, but where's the pressure, right? So the pressure comes to this film is a shrink wrap film that basically, when it hits heat, it just tightens around the object and forms around the object too. So that creates your pressure in sublimation. And that is almost like a penny a sheet, right? And it's a disposable item. You tear it off once it comes off the oven and throw it away. So thank you for that leading
You're
question.
welcome.
This is the baby version of a tumbler press. This is how we make coffee mugs. And you know why I love this? I hate the mechanical coffee mug presses. I hate them. I do sell them because you got to keep twisting the knobs to the right pressure. I don't know if I got the pressure right. I don't know if I got the time right. It's annoying, right? I'm terrible at these kinds of things. And if you guys haven't noticed, I talk fast and I don't pay much attention to things. I like to just put it
Set
in,
it and forget
walk
it.
away, set it and forget it. So this is wonderful. I could put a 15-ounce coffee mug in here, close it, the door will close,
goes,
it will sublimate.
"Ah," it's so cool.
I'm making some coffee, I'm brewing. I'm coming back, the door opens, I'm pouring my coffee into a hot coffee mug, and I'm good to go.
Well, you might want to do a quick wash on it for you.
You do want to do a quick wash. You do.
And you want to let it cool down. Well, actually, with hot coffee, like you could.
Yeah. No, you do want to let it cool down.
And then what are all these buttons on the top?
So this is an automatic press. However, this press isn't like any others. There's no levers. It's automatic. You can control it manually if you want to. But the buttons on the top do a couple of things, and this is why this one's unique. You can control your time and temperature. And the reason you want to do that is you can do more than just coffee mugs in here. You can actually put the enamel cups in here, which need less time because they're thinner, they're aluminum, right? So you want to reduce your time. We have silicone, heat conductive silicone, so you can do smaller glassware in here at different temperatures and time. So it's extremely versatile. It's not a one-trick pony, but if you do a number of coffee mugs at a time, you get 2 or 3 of these. We have a high school in Charleston, South Carolina that has 3 of these lined up. Kids are drawing using the sublimation markers. The teachers are in the back putting the mugs in.
It's cool.
Right?
Now,
And
can I go and get any mug from wherever and go and sublimate it?
You cannot. And that leads to another great question. So first of all, it does have to have this polyester coating on there, right? The polyester coating has to be applied evenly and smoothly. Just like a car. You imagine taking your car to a paint shop. You don't take it to any paint shop. You want to go to a reputable place that's going to have an even coating, so your color's not lighter on one end and darker on the other, or rust here and doesn't rust there, right? It's very important. The other piece about our drinkware is most of our drinkware is all certified. So we put all of our coffee mugs through Intertech testing. It's a standard testing, globally known, but we put our coffee mugs from US perspective through FDA certificated testing. All of our tumblers are tested at the same level, but they also are tested to retain cold and hot liquids. So all of our tumblers that are double wall vacuumed are Intertech tested and can last up to 8 hours in cold, the temperature within them. Now, we've had people test ours throwing ice in there, coming back in the following morning, there's still ice left in there. It hasn't all melted. There are folks who have tested these cups with a known brand and are stay colder than that brand.
Nice.
Right?
Is there any questions from the audience?
No, they're like, I'm learning a lot.
He is like, if you're wanting to know anything about sublimation, this is the man to talk to, because like
Well,
he eats, reads, and sleeps. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Vic.
It is
It's
Vic.
Vic. This is Vic.
It
This
is
is
Vic.
the Vic.
And these are the conversations, right? I love having, right? And I talk to so many people in our industry and say, you know, sublimation's oversaturated, everyone knows about it. They don't.
No,
They really don't.
but it's cool, and there's so much you can do
There
with
is
it.
there is so much, and there's so much that you can personally do with it at the local level, right? Because you all have friends, you all have families, you have children that you're surrounded by. You know, we have so many more products. And I have shin guards for soccer.
That is cool.
Right?
I love it.
My-
well, I mean, just kind of look behind us. There's like
Yep.
there's still and pan
Still-
down, kind of like quick little.
Pickleball covers.
And you guys are coming out with new products all the time. So it's
Yeah.
just, sky's the limit. So you need to go and check out Craft Express. You guys are you have your own website,
Yep,
craftexpress.com.
craftexpress.com. We've got Craft Express US for shopping. We have everything on there. It's great. We have laser engravers. We have just launched DTF. So if any of you are into DTF, we have DTF film, we have DTF ink, we have DTF printers. We just launched a company called Otter DTF, which has huge DTF printers that print, they shake the powder, they cure the powder, and they roll up the film in one printer. None of this daisy chaining multiple pieces of equipment together. It's one system that does it all. So if anyone's interested, they can certainly reach out
Now,
to me.
last year at Creativation, we did a DTF. Like that's what they were doing as their make and take. And so if
That's
you
right.
want to see with that, go check out last year. I will also link that after the fact. I will put it up like in the little corner with it.
Yep.
Yeah, what is DTF? So just a quick, like a 3-second what's DTF?
DTF, the holy grail for sublimation is how do I go into a dark substrate, right? How do I go into a dark cotton t-shirt? DTF, like this. And this is a great example. This is DTF. So DTF has a white ink. It's pigment ink, not sublimation. It's very different. And it basically has a powder that goes onto the print once it's printed, and that powder allows it to stick to cotton. So
To bind to it,
To
basically,
bind
right?
to it, that's right. The washability is great, right? It's just like screen printing on steroids. Because screen printing, you're doing one color at a time, rotating another color, it's labor intensive. DTF bridges that gap between sublimation, screen printing, is right in the middle.
So does it only work on dark shirts, or can I do it on a white shirt?
You
as
can
well?
you can do it on any material that actually has some sort of texture to it, right? Some sort of feel.
So you're not limited to just poly.
Correct.
Got it.
So if you're trying to go onto a mug or a tumbler, which is really smooth, DTF's not going to work on you.
Okay. So it needs kind of a rough surface.
It needs a little rough, little texture to it. So linen, good example. Go onto linen. It transfers at a shorter, lower temperature and a lower dwell time or a temperature time on the press, so about 15-20 seconds.
So are all of your presses able to do both temperatures for
They
sublimation
are.
and DTF?
They are. In fact, that heat press there is the automatic press. Actually has 5 programming levels. 1 program level for DTF, 1 programming for heat transfer vinyl, 1 for sublimation, and we left 2 for you to program.
Ah, nice.
Right? So it takes the guesswork out of things, right? And we need the programming ability because not everybody goes onto a polyester shirt. I might want to do some acrylic. I might want to do a slate. Different time, different temperatures.
So if I have one of these machines, I'm like, oh my God, there's all these buttons. I have no idea what I'm doing. Is there some sort of tutorial that I can watch so I can understand when I have this machine how to get it to work?
Craft Express's YouTube. We're putting videos up every week, right? We're a 4-year-old company and we're starting to load up videos and content. We're coming up, we've got some great things going in the pipeline from an education perspective, right? We want to partner with Erin, who never calls me back, but that's okay. And I never email her back, but you know. but you're going to see us partnering more and more with our content create partners around the country to throw our education, okay? Because we do realize that nobody wants to hear Vic Patel all day long, right? People come to Erin to listen to Erin because they relate to Erin, right? We're not fighting Erin for her audience. We want to be a part of her audience. So we are going to partner more and more, right?
Right.
And so you are going to be able to get content from Erin, get content from us, and yeah, we're going to deliver content in many different ways.
What about a printer, like the things that you're...
Like the actual printer
Yes.
to make the
How do you
prints?
get those?
Yep, so you can get those from us too. So we do sell Soulgrass sublimation printers at Craft Express, and lots of people will come up to us and say, why are you doing that? Why are you selling Soulgrass? It's expensive. You know what? They've been in the business 30 years. They've been making one product. It's called Sublimation Ink for 30 years. You know, when somebody does something for that long, they typically do a pretty darn good job of doing it, right? And I also I'm pretty close to it because I work for Soulgrass, right? I sold Soulgrass. And so I believe in it. And everything here that you see that's printed was done from a Soulgrass printer and transferred using one of our presses, right? It works. The system works. And you know, it's the same principle. Ingredients matter.
Yeah.
Period. From beginning to end. And we do have a printer over on the other side of the show where we're doing Splashes of Hope.
Right. So there's a mural that's going to go on,
yeah.
and we're going to be checking that out one of these
And
days
so-
to see how that's all going.
Yeah, so when you have time, if you want us back again, we may not, I don't know.
You've already hijacked. I was kidding.
No, you may want to see you can see the process from beginning to end. Either one of the three of us will be there, we'll customize a product for you, put your name on a product, print it, and transfer it, right?
Nice.
So we talked about how is the sausage made. You'll see it in action.
There it is.
Real time.
Very cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you. Sorry
It's
for taking up so much of your time.
You're absolutely fine
Yeah.
because it's an education. We want to know what this is all about. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody has heard this word sublimation, but it's a little daunting and to just
Yeah. I think we just have to get over the word. We can't replace it. It's ingrained in everyone. Everyone knows it.
Yeah. And it's fun.
Yeah,
you can make so many things, and really, sky is the limit.
Yeah.
Either you're doing art by making art with the pens, markers, paints, things, or you're doing digital art and printing it out and putting it on whatever you want. So, and I like both. I like doing both.
Yeah, I love
They're
it.
fun.
I love it. And every time, like I said, over and over again, take that paper off. It's like, oh my God, I can't believe I do this for a living.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
so cool.
Yeah.
Well, thank you again.
Thank you.
You what?
They're loving Vic.
Of course. All right, big
Thank
hugs,
you.
big hugs.
Thank you so much.
Oh, absolutely. All right, we're gonna go.
Rhonda's great too.
Oh, Ronnie. Oh, I keep meaning to do this because.
Oh, we're gonna take pictures.
All right, there we go. Everybody say hi.
This one here, always.
All right.
Always.
Can't hear a squat of what you're saying.
Sorry. Rhonda, amazing. Behind the camera, always telling us what to do, giving us the evil eye. But you know what? It's pretty cool. Love you.
Love you.
All right, we're gonna switch the camera back around again. Here we go.
There you go.
And let's keep on moseying. Bye-bye. All right, we're just gonna kind of walk through the booth. I don't have a plan. Rhonda, you've already walked the showroom floor. Where should we go? Where are we going?
Just hit.
That way? Okay, let's go this way. Well, over behind us, we have Pebeo. So let's just go talk to Pebeo. All right, so we're gonna go through each of the different companies. Pebeo is on the yes, you can definitely film list, but we're gonna come over here and see what they are doing.
There's glitter. There's
See if we can snag ourselves into this little conversation here.
and then what you're able to do with this one here is that paper.
Don't want to interrupt too much, but do you mind if we come in and film and hear what you're talking about over here? Is that cool? Awesome. Can I put the mic over here so they can hear you?
Yeah, absolutely. So basically what we're talking about today is our Vitaille line. So our Vitaille is basically a glass paint for stained glass. It's more for decorative persons. We also have the purposes. We actually also have the Vitrea line, which is if you're looking more for glassware. So in the sense of like decorating like wine glasses or that sort of thing, then what you would use is the Vitrea line, which is a different line. And that one you can actually bake it after you've painted it, and you can actually use it as a glass afterwards, which is doing very well. Pinterest actually is exploding. So also what we have, so today when we're talking about this, I'll give you guys a finished piece to show you.
And we are in Pebeo, just as a heads up.
This here is a finished piece. You can actually see it right here. And this was like a dual-sided piece. So actually, because that's the benefit of when you're painting with glass, or in this case, plexiglass, you can actually do both sides of it. So in this case, we did the line work with the Salon Relief, and then I was able to fill it in with the Vitaille. But the big thing with the Vitaille is that you don't necessarily need to use the Salon Relief. You can also just paint it directly like that. It's a viscous material. It will actually hold its shape. Once you've sort of painted with it, you just let it to dry, try to keep it in a dust-free area, and you can actually just play around with it. Now you can actually, I'll do a little demo here.
Yeah,
We'll
let's
get
see. We see
gold
some of it in
going.
action.
Yeah. So basically, pop open the gold, which I think is brand new. So you'll have to give me a minute. Oh, no, somebody didn't prep it up. Let's see if we can, I don't know if I have some of the knife. We might not be able to. We weren't quite ready. I was in the middle of a meeting.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's good. Ah, nope, sorry guys. I don't have a knife. I think we're...
Do we need like a pokey tool?
Okay, we won't do a demo because I can't find it. I'll have to go find a different knife. But basically, what we can do instead is we can do a painting demo. That we can definitely do. Okay, so when it comes to painting it,
Now, why is the seal on there? Just, you know, why would the seal be on there just to make sure that nothing's drying out prior to when
this
shipping?
here is not sealed, so this is a relief. That's the outliner. So if
No,
you
I
want
know,
to
but
do
there was
like-
a seal inside of there.
Oh, yeah, that's just because it's a fresh tube. So any sort of fresh tube, a lot of our products, when you have a fresh brand new tube, you'll see that has a little seal just to make sure it's completely fresh and safe.
Perfect.
And nobody else has fiddled about with it. It's brand new, you can tell. And then here, these ones here I know are open. So what you've done here is you take a little bit of it. Now, like I was saying, you can do, actually we'll give it a shake. Because I just started this one today. So let's give it a shake. So what you can see is you could just add in a little bit. Now, because I have this Sun Relief in there, I can add a whole bunch and actually pool it. And then that allows you to then pick a different color. And I just shake it just to raise the pigment, make sure it's all sort of distributed. And then I can kind of push it in.
And so are some opaque and some transparent?
The most of them are actually transparent. This is the only opaque one. We do have an opaque line that is called ceramic. And so that's actually when you can play around with the opaque one. We just have the white. And you see I'm kind of blending them. That'll create a marble effect.
And how long does it take to dry?
It takes actually, so it'll be touch dry in about 10-15 minutes, depending on how thick you leave it. That is a big game changer. But you want to give it a full 8 to 10 hours to fully dry. It is an oil product, so it will actually need that extra time dry. Once it's dry though, it is rock hard. It is a full enamel, and that's what you can actually see there. You can actually get that full sort of enamel effect. A lot of people, one of the things I've seen people use before is that they've taken multiple layers of plexiglass and created an incredible like multi-layered art piece, right? It's because of the transparency. it opens up the door to being really, really creative. You don't have to just think in one layer. You can suddenly start thinking in multiple layers and what you can create with that, and that becomes a really, really fun thing with it. When you want to rinse your brush, you don't rinse it with water. It is an oil product. So instead, you just use some odorless mineral spirit and just give it a little rinse, and that will pull it right off, and then you're ready to go.
Nice. And how many colors come in this?
This one here, I believe it is, catch me, I think it's 47.
47.
I think.
Okay. And this is just
over 40.
one of a many products that you have here
We
at Pebeo.
have a ton of products. Today on the show, actually, we have 5 different products. We have the Vitrail and some of them. We also have the ColorX markers. We have our leather paints. We also have our 4 artist markers, which are an oil-based paint marker. We have our acrylic markers, which are an acrylic-based marker. And then we also have finally our Origin line, which is our brand new eco paint, which is mostly monopigment for almost the entire line. They're incredibly high quality, but super buttery and delicious. And we actually have a collaborative art piece that everyone is welcome to participate in. A little mural to test out the paints and give it a little try. Everything, all of the 5 products that we're showcasing today are available for demos, so come visit us and check us out. But as well, if you are interested in our products, do check out. Make sure that you get a catalog as well, because we have a ton of other products. We'd fill out the room entirely.
Yeah, this is just scratching the surface about all the amazing things that Pebeo has, and it's a company that's based out of
France. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right. So that is Pebeo over here behind us, since we're right here. Is it okay to film? All right, so we're coming over here to Sharpie. All right, is there anything that you would like to showcase, talk about? And it's not just Sharpie, we also have Papermate. We have a lot of fun products. So anything new and fun on the horizons that we have over here?
So last year we just started with these Sharpie creative markers.
They are my favorites.
Are beautiful.
They are my favorites.
So we got all these primary colors over here. They write super beautifully on both light and dark paper.
Can we do a little to show people?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Anything you like.
I'm gonna give this to you.
All right, I will take it.
So so here I have, what exactly is this? Is it a marker? Is it ink? Is it paint? What is it?
So it's a water-based acrylic. It's supposed to work like a paint pen without all the hassle. So you don't have to shake it to prime it. You don't have to press down to get it to work. So they're really a great new innovation.
And I grabbed 2 different markers. Because I have, what's the difference?
So this is the bullet tip, so it's a little bit thicker. It's a lot better for, writing letters and just writing words and everything. And then there's the brush tip right here, which is a little bit thinner at the top. So it's pretty good for calligraphy and getting a little more creative. So
look how amazing it layers on top. I love
So they
that.
layer very beautifully. They got about a 30-second dry time. And then you're able to stack those colors.
Oh yeah, I'm just having fun with the black here, but yes.
Oh,
here,
yeah.
Look, so here's the same color. So it does have a little bit of a different look on, not horribly different, but you can see.
It depends on the layer. So if you're going to do, 1 more layer or 2 more layers
I
on
just
the
grabbed
darker.
the same color, of course I did. So here's pink. And how many colors are there in each?
So we've got 12 for the primary colors, and then we just came out with 12 new earth tone colors.
Oh.
So they're a little more pastel-like. They're right over here.
Let me look at those. Oh my gosh.
Yes. So
Whoop,
these are the 12 new earth tones. Like I said, they look a little bit more pastel. They're great. Like I said, we call them earth tones, so they're great for landscape drawings, and they're almost like pastel lighter versions of the primary colors. Some of them are. So they layer very nicely, and they're great for highlighting and just adding accents on the primary ones. Yeah.
I love these.
They're gorgeous, right?
I got a set of these last year because I took the Sharpie class, and I have played with them on so many different surfaces. They're one of my favorite markers. I actually claimed them as one of my top 5 favorite products from 2024.
Oh, we love to hear it.
These are some of my favorite, and I'm loving the new colors.
Yes.
Because I always want to grab them, play with them, and I'm like, okay, I want to look at this. So that there are new colors.
Yes.
It's fantastic. I love
the brown
that.
is a huge one, yeah.
So these are the new.
So there's 12 total, yes, and then we have the 12 pack and then 2 5-packs with colors from here.
Fantastic. I love it.
Yeah.
Got to get me some of these. I totally need to get some of
1,000%.
those.
Go ahead. If you want to try them out, we've got these little mini
make and take kind of
plant
things?
pots over here and little wood coasters.
Awesome.
They draw on very nicely.
I don't know if I have a chance. I'm gonna grab. I've left my mic a few different times, so I'm making sure that I don't leave my mic again. Thank you. Is there anything we want to talk about Papermate?
So we have our Inkjoy Gel Brights. So they're super vibrant, again, on both light and dark, but they write, you know, like a normal Papermate pen, they write very smooth. So those are great for journaling.
Oh, they just feel so nice in your hands too.
They
They
do.
are nice,
Very comfortable grab. I mean, even me, I'm left-handed, and they're so nice.
They're cool. I like Inkjoys. Inkjoys are great.
They're really great.
Anybody else an Inkjoy kind of girl? Anybody out there? Oh boy, person. There we go.
Exactly.
Thank you so much. I
Thank you so
appreciate
much.
it.
It's nice to meet you.
You too. All right. All right, let's keep on moseying. Which way we should go? That way. Okay, here we go. There's all kinds of cool make and takes over there. I want to go sit and do it, Mom, but I don't have time. Later we'll do it. All right. Over here we have Le Pen. Well, this is just, I think they're using up. So we got Marvy Uchida, which is literally right across the corner. We all love our Le Pens. What's up?
And the giveaway.
Yes. So thank you so much, Rhonda. So Rhonda's reminding me that we do have a giveaway that's going on. So in the information section, there's a giveaway there's 15 different booths. I am number 16. I'm this company number 16 that is at the showroom floor. Marvy Uchida is one of them, and there is a giveaway that you guys can enter because we have gotten prize bundles from all of these amazing companies from the show floor. And so those that are here are hopping from booth to booth to booth, but you can enter, and there's 3 prize bundles that we're going to be giving away to you at home. So make sure you go into the giveaway, click on that, so that way you can get your prize bundle, and that's going to be going on for the next 2 or 3 weeks. I'll be reminding you pretty much on all of our lives. So over here we've got Marvy Uchida with, it's Le Pen. It's Le Pen. We all love the Le Pens. Look at all the beautiful colors. So pretty. So pretty. I love them. They're great. All right, what else we got over here? So we have lettering and journaling. We have all our different Le Pens. They have different markers here. We have crafting markers over here. We've got our calligraphy markers, our brush lettering markers. There's just so many things. But Marvy Uchida is not just the pens. They also have lots of amazing punches. I still have some of my Marvy Uchida punches. Anybody else got some Marvy Uchida punches in their stash? I even have my old heat tool, and it's purple, that I think came from the 90s. And it is still going strong. It is awesome. I love it. And they have some bottles of wine over here. And now I'm really curious what the bottles of wine are all about, because that's cool. Yes, Pebeo. So if you want to span around real fast, there is a big sign right above my head. That is Pebeo with the stained glass. They're a company that's based out of France. So we call it Pebeo. Trying to say the name a few different times for everybody. Oh, because they're painting on the bottles of wine. That's where it is.
But yeah, these are all done with the same deco pens that we're using for this lion here.
Oh, they're doing an art piece over here. Look at that. I was like, why is there wine over here? This is cool.
Yeah,
I want to
right.
see the wine.
Notice it's not open yet.
I know. I'm like, this needs to be open.
That was actually for our
Let's walk around and see what she's painting over here.
California State Treasurer Field. So she did a set series of these.
Oh, yeah. I don't interrupt them. We'll come back to that.
So yeah, you see, you can really carry that kind of.
So what is she
Fire
working
flare.
with here?
With Deco Color opaque paint markers. They're all oil based. These are the broad tips, and that's what we're using.
Very cool. I love them.
Yeah, I like them because it's hand painting, but also you can see how much control there is in it. And when I go with a lot of different organizations, foundations, kids, charities, and shelters and things like that, this is how I kind of instruct and direct and work with the underserved youth.
That's awesome. So where is this going to go when it's done?
To be 100% honest, I don't know yet.
Sorry, I asked the wrong question.
Usually they find something to do to benefit NAMTA. I remembered we did one year for NAMTA that benefited it that way.
Very cool.
Where it was for their fundraiser.
Now, how many colors does this come in?
This Deco Color overall
Can I
comes
see
in
one
40.
of those just to show them on camera?
Yeah, I believe they come in 40. Overall colors, that's without the premiums. And here we probably used about 3 or 4 different colors, but you can really kind of work with a lot of contrast. So there's already been about 5 or 6 people that have worked on this with me.
Nice.
Absolutely.
Very cool. Well, thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Appreciate it. Oh, they're chit-chatting again. Otherwise, I would totally jump in. Julie. All right. So, are you okay to go on? Just say hi.
I say hello.
Hello. Hello, hello, hello. So this is Julie McGuffee, and she was honored with a Lifetime Achievement Award from NAMTA this year. We had that ceremony last night, and I'm so excited that you got that. It is so, so amazing.
Well, thank you. The thing is with Lifetime, though, that means I'm really old.
No, that means that you have contributed so much in your...
For a long time. A really long time.
So, for those that do not know who Julie is, can you explain a little bit about what you do? Why did you... All some of the fun stuff that you've done over the years.
Well, I'm from the 1900s. And I was probably 4 years old before we ever got a television. So hobbies were really important. We used to make things out of nothing. Walnut shells, they were little boats for fairy dolls. So I've always been making something, painting. I can knit, crochet. I don't do tatting. My mom did that. She did a really good job.
That's a whole other kind of art right there. That's a little interesting. So
I paint.
And you paint.
I'm a
Now,
decorative
how many
painter.
books have you published?
Way over 100.
And how long were you on TV with PBS?
15 years. 2 series each year. Each series was 13 half-hour episodes on PBS. And I also was featured on Hands On Crafts for Kids. So, but you know the best part of this industry is, okay, so my daughter's also in the industry. Okay.
Yep.
And for the first, she was demonstrated back in the mid 1990s for a company that I worked with, and then she eventually got into the industry. Aww. And so for the first 10, 15 years, she was always Julie McGuffee's daughter. For the last 10 years, oh, you're Jenny Smith's mom.
It's funny how the tables kind of flip.
I know, so I'm so proud of her. She was supposed to be here this weekend, but her work, she couldn't get away. But she's still in the arts and crafts industry and has been for, I'd say, 25 years already.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Not long, so anyway.
Congratulations again.
Well, thank you.
well deserved. There is no better person that could have got, I mean, all of us were like, is Julie going to get it? Like, so many people put your name in to get that, and it's an honor. I'm so happy that you got that. So,
well,
congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Tons of congratulations.
Yes. So, where are you going to put your little award? That little, it's a nice award. It's
wow.
beautiful.
It's very heavy.
It is. It's like a
really,
crystal
really
with your
heavy.
name engraved.
It's crystal, yeah. So, well, it will go on my mantle
There you go.
for a while.
She's got to find a nice, like,
I will have a really nice spot for it. Yeah, I will. Okay.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Have fun walking around.
I will see. And are anybody watching? Are they going to be here on the show floor?
I don't well, I know
What
a
do you
lot of
think?
people that walk around the show floor come back and see some of these videos because they don't have a chance to go to everywhere.
Ah, well,
So, yeah.
Can I share this with you?
Sure.
Okay, so you all know about the golden wrapper with Charlie and the Chocolate Factory?
Yes.
If you have a golden wrapper, you get a prize.
I got a golden ticket.
Good.
I got a
okay.
golden ticket.
Well, this time you get a King Salmon card. And if you find this King Salmon card on the show floor, it says you're a winner. You turn it over. There's a booth number on the back. You go to that booth and you will get a gift.
Ooh.
How about that?
So, if you're on the show floor,
Don't forget, look
one
for
of
the
those little
salmon.
perks. Sorry if you're not here.
There's something fishy going on.
Now, why is it a fish? Why is it a salmon? Because we are in Seattle.
Sea.
Seattle.
Except salmons don't swim in the sea. They swim
No,
in
they
the
do.
rivers. Do they really?
Yeah, because they go up the rivers to spawn, but they are in the ocean.
Who knew? I didn't.
I did.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. So that was Julie. All right. All the fun stuff you see. Now, right behind us, we have Olo Markers. And this is also Karin Markers. Olo are the markers that came on the scene about 3-4 years ago. They're amazing. They are an alcohol-based marker, and they have a very unique barrel where it's, instead of the alcohol ink being into felt, it is liquid. And how many new colors are you guys coming? Is it okay to film? Yes. How many colors are being released this year? Yeah, you're the marker guy.
96. Hey.
Where are all the new marker colors? Did you have some of them on display?
We did.
Oh, she's got it. Here we go. Here are the brand new colors.
These are the 96 new colors.
So they're going to be released throughout the year?
Fall.
Fall, okay. This fall.
All at once.
I was wondering if it was going to be gradual or just bam.
Nope,
it's
just
out.
going to be bam. 96 new Olo coming at
Oh
ya.
my goodness.
Yeah.
That is so cool. All right, so coming from Who Wants to Explain, for those who've never heard an Olo marker and they're like, what is this? Why is this important? Can you give us a little rundown? You want to hold the mic so that people can hear you?
Yeah,
Awesome.
I can. So, Olo is a double-ended, two-sided alcohol-based marker.
Here, I can do this.
Cool. You can see the black side here is a brush. The gray side is a chisel. I made it that way so that you don't take the wrong cap off anymore. But the really cool thing about Olo is you actually buy it in halves, like this, so you can custom build your marker. It can be brush, brush, chisel, chisel, brush, chisel, different colors on each side. So really you get exactly what you want to when you buy your marker. But the really cool thing about Olo is inside, it's a free ink flow system. So this does two things. One is it makes it so your ink flow is consistent the entire time. It doesn't ever get dry and scratchy until you run out of ink. The other thing it does is it allows us to put more ink in and take 92% of the ink out, whereas traditional markers, you can get about 65% of the ink out. So it's much more economical. So one of our markers has as much usable ink as two of any other brand's marker.
And are they refillable, and how does that work?
They are. Differently than other markers, because the concept of refilling markers is really, really great, but most people don't do it. The data tells us that it's sub 10%.
Oh, wow. People would just prefer to get a brand new marker?
They'd throw them away and buy brand new markers, because the concept is great, but pouring, dripping, using a needle to fill your marker up is really, really difficult. And it's
do you
messy.
think some people are a little bit scared of doing that?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, just because it's a little bit overwhelming.
They think they're going to screw something up, and then they have this amazing marker that's not going to work well anymore.
Exactly, or it could overfill it, not put enough in.
Not trying to tell you what you're saying or what you're thinking, but maybe that's part of it.
Could
so
be.
You're a little overwhelmed.
Could be.
Yeah.
So what we have is a really, really simple solution. It's a cartridge system. So this cartridge, again, has as much usable ink as any other brand's full marker, and we retail this for about $2.50. And all you're going to do is take the marker half that you ran out of ink on, pull the seal off, and then you're just going to pull the nib out, stick it into your new cartridge, and reuse the cap. It's that easy. It takes seconds. No mess, no spilling, no cleanup, no nothing.
And then what do we do with that?
This guy, unfortunately, has to be discarded because nowhere in the world can you recycle plastic that has had alcohol, ink, or dyes inside them. If that ever changes, we'll have some kind of a program to take advantage of it. But
Now, little birdie told me that the name Olo has come from there's a reason behind the name of why it's called Olo.
yeah,
Can you explain that, please?
I can. So
I love this story.
I'll show you here. If you take the word color and you take the C and the R off, you're left with Olo. So then we use the phrase "the heart of color."
Because it is, I'm going to steal this, the center of it.
Yes.
Isn't that awesome? I love it.
Yeah.
It doesn't work for Canadians, though.
It does not. It does not.
So how many colors currently are there?
Right now,
For the new release.
160. We have 160 colors currently, and we're releasing 96 more this fall.
And they have a plan. There is a long-term plan for lots of colors coming our way. Potentially. Yeah.
But this 256 colors are very, very carefully planned. I've been selling markers for like almost 3 decades. We know what people like. We know how to pick the colors. I think that people are going to work for people really, really well. So the color palette is going to be good for a long time.
Now, let's say I already have some alcohol markers from some other brands, but I want to try this out. Can I use this marker with those markers?
Absolutely, for sure. Yep.
And it doesn't matter if it's
great.
the cheapy ones or the expensive ones. Can I
doesn't matter.
Mix and match a little bit?
They're all alcohol based, right? The difference is going to be in the quality of the alcohol and dyes that are used. Obviously, the ones that are higher quality, you're going to get a better. It's going to blend. The thing's going to blend better. That kind of stuff, because we use the highest quality ink and alcohol base that you can buy. And actually, our color palette specifically has a lot of colors in it that other markers don't have. So you can get those colors and try them out and use them, and then soon you'll understand why Olo is so great. Just the way it feels in your hand.
Good. They feel really good.
How smooth it is, how controlled the brush is, but also flexible at the same time. And then you can slowly convert over to Olo all the way.
Individually or in sets?
Yeah.
Individually, so the question is, can we buy them individually or in sets, or both?
You can do both. And individually, the cool thing about Olo is this is the display over here. In stores or even online, all the markers come in halves like this. So this side is the brush, and because the barrel's black. This side is the chisel, and because the barrel's gray. So the consumer will just come and pick out and build their own custom marker however they want to. So you can get 2 brushes, 2 chisels, a brush and a chisel that match color like a traditional marker. It really is 100% up to you. We say your marker, your way.
Right. But for those that are like, I don't know which colors to pick or which ones, there are sets available. They're like, okay, here's kind of a starter pack to
Absolutely. If we look over here at the wall, you can see our new Olo sets. And I'll come around this way. So you can see here, we have a Manga 1 set in brush. So if you just want brush colors, you can just get this set, and then you're going to connect the different colors together, but they'll all be brushes. Or if you're a traditional marker user, you like both nibs, then you'd buy the Manga 1 set in chisel as well. So then you can connect the Manga 1 chisels to the Manga 1 brushes, and you have the same color on each side. So the set experience is really exactly the same as open stock shopping experience.
Very cool. Well, thank you. Now, you guys don't just do Olo. You also have...
We also
Karin
have
Markers.
another brand called Karin.
Karin. I always call it Karen. I don't know why.
Yeah, people do. Some people do. The cool story about that is the guy who owns Karin, his daughter's name was Karina, and so he named his brand Karin.
That's cool. I did not know that. Oh,
Yeah.
that's fun. So what are those markers all about?
Sure. I'll show you over here.
Gotta go around the corner.
Yes, over here to the Karin side. So, Karin, we have 3 styles of brush marker. And in each of those styles, we have 2 brush choices. So we have a brush that's synthetic, and this is a watercolor brush pen. So it functions just like a watercolor. You can blend, you can use on a palette, mix colors, you can use a water brush with it. It's really amazing. We've got 72 colors of those.
And is it alcohol ink as well?
It's
or is
water-based.
It water-based?
Yep, this is all water-based product. And then this is the real brush version. It's a really soft, really flexible real brush. So we have the watercolor in both of those nib styles. And then we move to our acrylic pigment paint brush pens with 84 colors of these, which nobody else has that many colors.
Wow.
Or a brush. This is a multi-surface pen, so it works on black, works on rocks, wood, metal, plastic, white paper. And again, we have it in both the synthetic style and the real brush.
So real brush, you're just talking about what the nib looks like.
The nib, yeah. So you can see the difference between these 2 nibs. One is thinner and one is thicker. This one is synthetic, and it's just a lot firmer.
And that's when you was calling... So this is this one's the...
Pigment deco brush.
No, I mean the nib set.
Oh,
synthetic, and that one is the real brush.
This is an actual real
brush. Okay.
Yeah. And it's really, it
Hence why
folds
it's
over.
called that.
So, yeah. Yep.
That's why it's really called that.
So then the third. Let's see.
Do you have the right? We're gonna play pen cap roulette here. Which one goes where?
The third style are metallics. So we have it in real brush and synthetic brush. We have 12 different colors of metallic, and these are so buttery. Again, multi-surface. They work on pretty much.
Can you get it
any
on the black real
surface.
fast? Look at that. Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, they're really, really smooth. And then the last thing that we have for the Karin product line are gel pens. So as you all know, gel pens sometimes have issues with like skipping a little bit, drying out.
Yeah.
What we did is we made these with the nozzle inside just a little bit bigger so that we could stop that. So you get a really nice smooth. Really nice smooth flow.
Can we do that again while the camera's on?
Yeah, it's
Nice.
really, really nice. And so with these guys, we've got 20 glitter, we call it Star Sparks, 10 Milky Way, and then 20 metallic. That's what they look like on black, and that's what they look like on white.
Beautiful. Awesome.
Yeah, that's the full Karin line.
That is awesome. Now, who are you to the Olo?
So I am the creator of Olo, and I own the company with
He
my
also
wife.
developed the marker. Like, he's the brainchild behind that marker.
The concept is all mine, and then I work with a really great team of people in Japan to help me bring it to life.
I love it. I got to go to one of their classes. It was the very, 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 very first class of Creativation this year. And like just how much love and attention you've put into and thought process behind what the barrel looks like, what the ink is like, just all of the whole process from start to finish. You've put so much love and effort and thought into it, and that is greatly appreciated
Well, thank you.
the product is amazing.
Thanks. Really appreciate it.
You're
Thanks for
welcome.
being here.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you again, and we're going to
Yeah.
keep on moseying around.
Okay.
What time is it? Because I got to get to demoing myself. Where are we at? What time? It's what time? Okay. I'm at 1 o'clock. I got a demo, so I got some time. We got about. I need to need a potty break at some point and to get some water. All right. Where should we go? So we came there. I feel like I just keep walking around in circles, but we're kind of hitting the middle of the show. We're not doing a very good job of like doing a path here, but I'm just jumping into wherever. All right. Oh, look at that! That is a lot of color. Oh my goodness! Look at this. Can you tell a little bit about your company since we're standing here with this amazing?
It's Carioca. It's an Italian company, 70 years old. We are like the European Crayola.
Yes, I love it, and I
here we
love.
are to sell some tools, artistic tools, and stationary tools and creativity tools for children, from they are toddlers until 12, 14 years old. Come to visit us.
We will definitely be swinging by the booth. Actually, you guys are just right over there, right?
We are over
Should we
there.
jump over there now? Let's go over there.
Let's go.
All right. We're being led somewhere. I love it. I love it when I was like, Erin, come here. A little idea of what the whole span looks like. Fantastic.
Where are you from?
I live in Austin, Texas.
Austin, Texas.
Yeah.
In the hot.
It's a little warm right now. Actually, we're having a little bit of a cold spell from what I heard. My kids were putting, sweatshirts on when it's cold.
Okay.
I mean,
And our company is focused in tools for creativity. For the children, we give the best tool for each age. And this is our company.
Here we are.
It's Carioca. Carioca is an Italian brand that 70 years old.
70. Oh my
Yes.
goodness, that's awesome.
And we are focused on toddler with the orange line. All the items are certified
Do you want
1
to go in and
plus.
take a closer? Is it okay if she gets in with a
Yeah.
closer look? Fantastic. Yeah,
Are
jump on
certified
in there.
1 plus and 2 plus. So there is
I
no
love
competition on the market. They have special certification. And then we go to all the school and preschool items.
So first, I love the shapes of those crayons and the markers.
Yeah.
Like the kids,
I
that they
can
see it cute. Can we see
yes,
it? I think we have a
can show.
couple.
This is This is the marker.
Here we go. Look at that.
It's a toy. It's more than a marker.
Oh, that's the most adorable thing you've ever
This
seen.
marker is certified 1 plus, rounded tip, super washable. What does it mean, super washable ink? That goes away from the skin and textile only with water. You don't need any soap. So this is super washable, water-based and gluten-free.
Oh, nice.
What does it mean? It's better to eat a pizza, but if they eat the ink, there is no problem.
Well,
with the
but
gluten.
kids tend to put things in their mouth,
Yes,
especially
yes,
at 1 year old. So yeah, that's good to know
That's
that if they
all.
do put it in their mouth and you have kids with gluten issues.
We are all of this. We produce all inside our company, from the ink to the plastic to the pack, and it's top quality. Super, it's the best super washable ink that you can find in the market.
Love it.
Okay. So very important for the mom. And it can
100%.
clean.
Yeah.
And it is super safety.
And we know that we're getting a product that it's okay, it's safe for our children, which is good.
Safety is our mantra.
Yeah, well, that's
As
good.
we sell to the children, to the toddlers, safety is mandatory. And
See, my daughter would be all over these stamping ones
yes,
here.
this is
Those ones
stamp,
are
but
so fun.
I can show you a better item that is the same as the stamp, but as we are producer, this is a 4-in-1, as I say, because it is a stamp that have a conical tip, so fine and large. We have the stamp on the back, and it is perfume.
Oh, does it smell good?
Each color, different flavor, different
Strawberry?
stamp.
Is that one strawberry? I got it right.
I don't
Is there licorice in there?
I don't
love
leave you
licorice.
the chocolate if not you. And then, for example, we have the recycled plastic
Oh, nice.
line. It's 96% recycled plastic. It's the same technology of the basic virgin plastic, but it's same prices. It's all the same, but it's 96% recycled plastic. So
That's nice.
interesting. We have on
So-
the offer for the back to school pack 12 and 24. We have the school boxes. We have the bucket. We have a special pack that can use and reuse. It's very easy.
Oh, that's nice.
We have the
Oh, look at the tin.
we have the tin box with the little album. We have half a meter. Sorry, we are European, so the standard is
Meters
not
are good.
feet.
Meters are good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
Half a meter. We have 1 meter.
And then you got the big one.
In perfume, we have a special pack in which you have 30 different packs. So it's a nice present and a nice pack.
100%.
for
I like
all
the
the
bright
children.
colors.
Okay.
So here in the States, where are these available for anybody? Because these are customers
Here
that
in the
would
state,
potentially...
we make our first step. We have a distribution here that is SLS, and then the next step we are putting the basis for having our Carioca base here in US. And in a few weeks, we will give you all the news.
So after I get back, I'm going to be going
And
back to all these...
Today, the baby line you can find in Lakeshore.
Okay.
And
I'm going to put the links when I get home to where you can find these.
We had in Joann's Fabrics, but now it's difficult period for the
Amazon?
retail. In Amazon, we will start with this new pattern.
Okay. All right. So soon.
Not yet.
Soon. I will
Soon.
put links to where we can find these when I get back, so that way we
Okay.
can have it. Thank you so
for
much.
your time.
I appreciate
It was a
it.
pleasure.
Thank you so
Ciao,
much.
bye-bye.
Ciao. So bright and fun. I got headhunting to come in. It's so cute. I love that meter pack. That was cool. All right. So over here we have Royal Langnickel. We have a demo over here. Maybe we can go jump into the demo. All right. What's our time now? I have to keep asking because I do have to demo and I cannot miss my own personal demo time. And you guys have been asking about, hey, Erin, we want to see you demo. Tomorrow we're going to be we're going to do some filming while I'm demoing in the Crafters Workshop booth. So, and we're at 12K. We got about 10 minutes or so. So let's go over here and see what Royal Langnickel's got going on. Is it okay to film?
Sure.
Cool. Can I come around with the mic and then she can video and you can tell us what you're playing with?
Yeah. So we are talking about the Azure alcohol markers by Royal Brush. And I was just showing a couple of the different techniques, especially as it applies to the blender. A lot of people get confused in terms of a blender because it sounds like you're going to blend something together. But it really pulls the pigment out of the marker. And so it kind of adds like some texture. You can see where I put some sort of little round circles to kind of create...
Kind of erases it, I guess, yeah?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Very much like kind of an eraser. That's what I think they should have called it. But, the industry calls it whatever. What we found was super exciting, though, is when you can create some prints. So if you put the alcohol marker on foil, this gets kind of a fun, like I said, a little wow factor.
I always like fun and wow.
Well, right? Everybody likes fun and wow.
And this is just plain old tin foil. Aluminum foil.
Absolutely plain old aluminum foil. And then this is alcohol, 70%, not the drinking kind. 90% works as well, but you can see when I put it on there, you're going to get an instant sort of effect. I might have saturated a little bit, and when you saturate, you also get sort of a little tie-dye effect, but it's super fun because it comes out with kind of a cool print. Here's kind of where you can see that it did better. Here's a final piece where you see the effects of the alcohol, but then I went in with some acrylic marker and some of the
over top of it,
over the top, and some permanent marker as well.
Awesome.
And that is kind of our Azure marker story.
Cool. But that's not all that you guys have here. So what are some of the other...
Gosh. So some of the... Well, and the fun thing is, in this very similar thing, somebody might say, well, I have younger kids, so I really don't want to use alcohol. Well, then use water and watercolor markers. I kind of am recently in love with the watercolor markers. This is, of course, a Seattle salmon
We're all playing with the salmon idea and all of
I
it
know.
over here.
Exactly. And I saw it on one of the NAMTA flyers, and I thought, oh, I'm just going to play with it. This has every single marker on the table in it. But I love these watercolor markers because just straight as a marker, they're fabulous. Again, in this case, the water isn't going to change, like it's not going to have like a chemical reaction, but it is going to give you...
Is that just water?
Yeah, and it's going to give you that really pretty background. And I'm going to just do it on top of this because I can. That one turned out kind of which is cool because this gives kids a learning experience in terms of what works, what doesn't. So it kind of adds a little bit of steam to it. You can let that just dry. Sometimes what I do is I will just use my finger or a brush to brush it out. But you can get some really pretty... I just put my... There we go. You can get some really pretty prints out of it. And then from there, I feel like it's just way fun to then just start embellishing. And, you make your background. I just drew peace signs on top. In this case, I drew mushrooms. You can see where I use the azure. So all of the markers that we have play really well together. I'm going to grab a quick drink.
I'm with you. Okay, have you guys checked out our nails?
Fun fact on that, I rarely am a nail polish wearer, but I'm a granny of...
Oh, look at just her camera just came over. Can we do the shot of it again? It's okay.
I'm a granny of 6.
Oh,
and so Ayla, my oldest granddaughter, who is 10, said, Granny, can I do your nails?
Oh, and so she did them for you?
So she did them
I love
for me.
that.
I know, she's really actually pretty talented.
That is so
Here's
fun.
an example, too, of pretty much all the markers. So we've got some azure markers on there. The black is going to be a permanent, like, graphic illustration marker. The white is acrylic marker. I think some of the coloring in I did with the watercolor marker. Didn't use it sort of like straight watercolor because if I want to go back on top of this, I can go in and it works lovely as a marker. Or I can use a little, let me dip her over here. I can use my brush. And please let me talk about this brush for a minute because
absolutely.
This is our Big Kids Choice brush. And this is really what Royal Brush is known for the most. A Big Kids brush is a colored handle, but what's really amazing, it's educational because the green is a round, the reds are flats, yellow is filbert. Comes with lots of education in terms of teaching students how to use the brush. Has a rubber grip that contains no latex, so it's safe that way. No latex in these brushes at all. But it just is teaching kids, and it helps them to be able to hold it. It's a little tiny bit fatter and a little tiny shorter, but really a nice grip. And quite honestly, it was designed really for probably K to 5th grade. But middle schoolers and high schoolers will use them because
I love them because of the fun colors.
And they're just a great brush, and they're easy to use. But Royal Brush has been manufacturing brushes for probably over 70 years. This is where it starts in schools, and then they grow up knowing Royal Brush, and that's kind of a cool thing. So, last but not least is the chalk markers, and chalk can go on like plastic. So I can, decorate this. It won't be permanent though. You can go on and wipe that off. I can wipe it off immediately, or I can also take a baby wipe or
paper towel or
something like that. However, I also did chalk prints because when you put the chalk down and you add the water to it, I'll just do a little short one here.
A little opaque kind of.
Yeah, it's going to instantly break that chalk down, and kind of explode it. And so I'm just going to do a chalk on top of chalk. And it gives it kind of a fun effect. But now I can go in and create something on top of it. I just tried to pick something that every elementary school kid would do. That's the little tongue. Probably shouldn't have done the tongue.
It's all good.
But and then, they can write a note on it. In the world of a chalk marker, a way to set it, a really inexpensive way to set it, would be to spray a little hairspray on it.
Oh.
You can do like a fixative, but
Yeah, cheap hairspray. And the cheaper the better.
$1.25 hairspray and you're
Get your
all
Aqua
over it. But I just feel like the fun thing is all of these play so well together that, sometimes I find myself going back in and just adding like, okay, I'm going to paint the elephant's toes.
And he's got blue fingernails.
So yeah. So all of these play really well together. They come in many configurations, and they're both at retail and at like an educational store.
Yeah, these products are around. And just to remind everybody, we are in above us, Royal Langnickel. And then who are you? Because your tag is flipped.
Oh, I'm so sorry. My name is Chris Bakke. I am the art education manager. So I pretty much live in the world of art education, the distributors that sell to schools, and art teachers K to 12. And let me tell you, they are beautiful humans.
We lost a cap. Then I will call that. Thank you so much. And just look behind us. There are a ton of other products. We just kind of hit the tip of the iceberg for all the amazing products. And thank you guys for all that you do into the art world.
Oh my gosh,
I love it.
thank you for what you do. Like, this is exciting stuff, and you look fabulous. Just fit right in. So good stuff.
And you too. Look at this going on here.
Gosh, that's so funny. This was made out of Olo Markers.
Oh my gosh.
I got a white shirt, and I just wanted to test how does it work on fabric, and I had already done a little bit of testing. So this, I put a medium over the top of it, and in this case, I put it on, and
with alcohol.
I put it on. Then I sprayed the alcohol because I wanted a little bit of that effect. I did put the medium over it, and it still bled. You can see my collar is a little bit pink. I don't know if you can see the bottom. You can see where it bled a little bit, but it gives kind of a fun effect and whatever. So
a little je ne sais quoi.
Yeah, little extra bonus on what you can do with the markers. Yes.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Don't forget the pen cap.
Yes,
we don't want to
thank you.
lose that pen cap. And I think we are at time. Yep, we are at time. All right, so we're going to end it here. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to jump into the giveaway. The giveaway is down, the link is down in the information section. We are having a booth crawl between all the paper crafting companies, or a lot of the paper crafting companies here at the show. And you can click on that and get your link. Now, as we've been walking around, every now and then we get little fun stickers, there's tote bags, there's lots of fun little goodies here and there that you can grab, that we've been grabbing. And if you're one of my YouTube members, you can get a chance to get a goodie bag sent to you at the end of the show. I'm going to be mailing them out closer to June, and it's from this event. I also, when I went to Creative World and also some of my other events, you're going to get a nice little goodie box or bag or package mailed your way if you're one of my YouTube members. So make sure you follow today. And that is just one of the fun things I do with my memberships. So don't forget to like and subscribe. We will be back live later again today. And today's just day one. It is just day one. So there's so much more to come. And thank you again for watching. So for now, I'll say signed off because I got to go do my job. Demoing, that is. Bye, everybody.